Welcome to Rise Wealth Management and Planning. Let's explore what flying and investing have in common. First, let's dive into how lift is created. The lift equation is as follows. Lift equals coefficient of lift times 1/2 air density times velocity squared times the surface of the airfoil. If you increase any of these values, the result is more lift. It is important to know that only two components are in the pilot's control while flying: coefficient of lift and velocity. Let's break down what coefficient of lift is. An airfoil travels on a plane. The airflow that interacts with the airfoil is known as relative wind. The angle between these two components is known as the angle of attack, which is our coefficient of lift. When you increase the pitch of an airfoil, the result is a higher angle between the tip path plane and the relative wind. There is a fragile balance here, as too much pitch can create a critical angle of attack, and your coefficient of lift will drop to 0. Then, there are factors beyond the pilot's control: air density and the size of the airfoil. So how does this translate to investing? Let's use this same equation, but replace lift with investment returns. Starting with what we have no control over, air density is like the economy. When it's windy, it feels like a lot, but in reality, the impact it has on long-term investing is cut in half. Just as you can choose a different aircraft to alter airfoil size, you are free to choose a variety of different investment accounts. Once you're invested though, you're committed to that account type. So what do we have control of as investors? Our coefficient of lift is our investment selections. Having a high angle of attack would be equivalent to speculating and investing in individual stocks. Velocity is our time, and while we cannot control the time behind us, we can control the time ahead. If more returns are needed, delaying your retirement can increase your velocity. There are 2 points to make around what we can control. First, time is our most valuable asset. This is why velocity is squared. It plays that much of an impact on our investment returns. Second, we can increase investment returns by buying more aggressive investments, but if we get too aggressive and hit that critical angle of attack, we run the risk of taking our returns down to 0. Everything else in the equation becomes useless. There is a balance between increasing time and increasing aggressiveness, and while they both can increase your investment returns, we believe a better approach is to determine first what kind of lift you need. You can then adjust your angle of attack and velocity appropriately, helping ensure you arrive at your destination safely.